Hey guys, what's up? My name's Abby Brown, and today I'm going to be talking about self-harm and how I beat it. So it all started back in 2007. That's when I started turning emo. I got bullied out of school whenever it was 2005, which I'm sure I've talked about before in some videos. So I already had like a little bit of some problems going on, and I had gotten diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2005 as well. But flash forward to 2007, I had this best friend at the time, and we would hang out all the time, and the one night we were at my house, hi Zero, and he showed me the scars he had on his wrist, and I was like, oh, that's like kind of cool. And I was like, I want to try it. So after he left my house, I like found a razor blade and I like cut myself for the first time. And this continued on until 2009, until I got hospitalized for the first time for cutting. And I got hospitalized 3 times for cutting between 2009 and 2010. And so that was pretty intense. And so I took a break from cutting whenever I was a junior in high school. I went 1 year without doing it, and I remember my mom gave me this little charm for a bracelet that had a 1 with little diamonds on it that meant like 1 year no cutting, which I thought was really sweet. I still have it somewhere in my jewelry box or something. But yeah, but then my senior year in high school, I got taken out of school in an ambulance and stuff from a manic episode I had. And I ended up getting back into emo and back into cutting and stuff. And so like I didn't really dress super emo all of high school. Like 2009, I had like clothes from Hot Topic and stuff. And like I got kicked out of a Catholic school for dyeing part of my hair pink. But like whenever 2012 came along, I moved out of my house and I went to college in Pittsburgh. So I like lived in the dorms down there. So I would shop at Hot Topic and I would hide my hair with my face again, just like it was 2007 all over again. And I like turned emo because my mom couldn't say anything to me because she hates whenever I go emo. So yeah, and anyways, I got committed again, and you guys know all that. But back whenever I was 2016, I decided I wanted to stop cutting because from like then until then, I would like wear those candy bracelets, so like I looked super happy, like you know, like those rave people do. But I would just like cut myself underneath them, so I'd be like hiding my cuts with like bracelets, and I would like also have those like band rubber bracelets too. But yeah, like I would just hide my cuts with bracelets. And when 2016 came along, it was like June of 2016, and I was like, yo, like I don't want to do this anymore. And it was before I met Will, and I was like, it was like a month before I met him, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So one day, like I had razors hidden all over my room in case my mom found out I was still cutting and she would find them. So I went to all my hidden places where all my razor blades were, and I took them all and I threw them all away. And I went to my mom and I told her what was going on. I'm like, listen, I was still cutting. I'm throwing all my razor blades away. I want to stop doing this. Please don't hospitalize me. Like, I'm quitting doing this now. I was like, you need to hide all the sharp objects in the house. Like, I'm not going to cut myself anymore. So that happened, and I quit cutting myself. And it was pretty cool. I did have one relapse. So what happened next was I was looking for something happy then. Because, like, until this point, I was still obsessed with the boy that I saw his scars. Like, for literally a decade, I was obsessed with this boy. And he didn't want nothing to do with me. I was just, like, literally obsessed with him. I'm not obsessed with him anymore. But, yeah, like, so I got this friend request on Facebook from Willie. And he had this big curly blonde hair and this tie-dye on. I was like, you look so happy. So, like, I accepted him back and we started hanging out. But then I accidentally turned him emo too. So, oops. But anyways, in 2017, Willie got me pregnant, and I was really upset about it, and I was all messed up with hormones and stuff. So I did have one relapse. I have the scars on my leg from it because I didn't cut my wrist that time. But that was the only relapse I've had of cutting, was in 2017. And yeah, I haven't cut ever since then. I have scars on my wrist. I don't know if you can see them. And I have scars up and down my legs. But yeah, it was pretty crazy for a while. I remember one time in high school, like something happened at the house. I was home alone, and I remember I was bleeding everywhere. And I remember calling my mom. I was like, "Mom, you need to come home. I'm bleeding everywhere." And I think that was the first time she found out that I was cutting. And I remember she just came home and she was crying. And my dad's like, "Damn it, Abby." And they cleaned me up and stuff. And it was just like crazy. Like, it was so crazy. I just remember all this crazy stuff would happen. And I don't know. But yeah, definitely never cut yourself. And if you are cutting yourself, definitely put the razors down, because it's not worth it. And the hospital sucks. And yeah. So if you ever need anyone to talk to about it, you can always hit me up on Snapchat. My Snapchat's always open, RainbowAbs23. I've been through it. And yeah, so that's my story of how I was a cutter and how I quit cutting. It was just a lot of willpower to stop, but I quit on my own. I wasn't in therapy or anything at the time, but I'm in therapy now. Even though I don't have any urges to cut anymore, that's all over. But yeah, that's just kind of my story about it. So I just kind of want to share that with you guys. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Much love.